attached functional groups and branching organic compounds. Organic compounds need to be numbered when referring to attached functional groups. This is so that we know which carbon atom you're talking about when you say it reacts with another compound. The picture demonstrates this. For example, there's two methyl groups attached to the second carbon, so you number them 2 and 2. And there's another methyl group attached to the fourth carbon, so you number it 4. You typically number them based on which numbering reduces the number of atoms you have to move past before reaching the longest side chain. In this case, it's 2 and 2, so you don't want to go from the right side and say it's 5 and 5, you want to start from the left side and say it's 2 and 2. What are side chains? Essentially, side chains are branches off of a base chain, and there are sections of the molecule which is not the longest carbon chain. For example, in these cases, you can count the carbons as, for example, the first one has a longest base chain of 8, but there's other carbons which are not in the base chain, and those are the branches. So how do you look for the base chain? You just look for the longest chain of carbons. Right, some questions. So what's the molecular structure of 2,3-dimethylpentane? How you do this is, well, you know it's pentane, so there's 5 carbon, the longest chain is 5 carbons, and there's dimethyl, meaning there's 2 methyl groups, and it's 2 and 3, meaning the methyl groups are on the second and third carbon. Turns out to look like this. And another question, 2,5-dimethyl-3-ethyl heptane. So how would you find the structure of this? Well, you know it's heptane, so the longest chain is 7 carbons. And it's also 3-ethyl, so you know there's an ethyl group on the third carbon. And it's 2 and 5-dimethyl, meaning that there is 2 methyl groups, one on the second and one on the fifth carbon. Turns out to look like this. Now, given structure, find the name. So we know there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbons in the longest chain, and there's 2 carbons on the second, or 2 methyl groups on the second carbon, and 1 methyl group on the fourth carbon. So the naming is 2,2,4-trimethylhexane. Now for this, we can see the longest chain is 6 as well, so it's a hexane, and there's also a methyl group on the third carbon. We know it's the third and not the fourth because 3 is less than 4, so it turns out to be 3-methylhexane.